Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here on the NRLOA channel, and we are here at the Eldora Speedway for the 10-minute qualifying session for the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race, which will be held later tonight over on Napa Fan. And the 21 drivers who were already locked into the All-Star Race are going to qualify right now. The 3 drivers that advanced on from the Open an hour ago, they will be starting in the final 3 positions for the All-Star Race later tonight. Anyways, Ricky Stevenson, the first driver out on the racetrack in the number 38. Right behind him, it's Cody Sill, so it's pretty simple. A 10-minute session. Whoever's fastest will start on the pole for the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race later tonight. So number 38, the first driver to complete a lap, Ricky Stevenson, 16.083. Cody Sill, a little ways behind him there. And right now, I believe they are the only 2 drivers on the racetrack. No, Matt Dalio's out there right now in the number 88. And I believe he just completed a lap, but it was a little bit slower than Stevenson's and Sill's. Stuart Gratton, the Season 3 winner of the All-Star Race, in the number 37. He's going to complete a lap here. He's right in between Stevenson and Sill. Got Trey Bartow in the number 4. He's in the All-Star Race from his couple of wins he had last year in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And you're going to see these guys slide around and bump around, of course. When we get to the race, there are no cautions and the damage is not turned on. So these guys are going to be beating and banging as much as they want without any issues to their race cars. Jesse Turner is the defending All-Star Race winner. He won it in season number 5 last year. And that was his last win in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He's not won a points race in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series since season number 2. Stuart Gratton is right now the fastest in qualifying, the number 37. Clocked in a 15.712. You see him here for JTG Doherty Racing. Cameron Gaggi, both of his cars in this event. Cody Sill just went to the top of the board in the number 1 for Chip Ganassi Racing. And both of Ganassi's cars are here for Fisher G, the owner of this team. Matt Tuck also in this race. You see here Jalarvin Alonso, he's in as well because he won in season number 5. Same with Matt Tuck. Jesse Turner leads this little group here. They're all trying to get around Alonso right now in the number 10. Alonso is a little bit slow on the racetrack, but he might pick up some speed here shortly. And somebody's around down the front stretch. That's Isaac Nichols in the 83. He's won twice this season, and that has qualified him for the All-Star Race. Looks like there's a little bit of a skirmish there. Down the front stretch, you see these 3 guys, Elijah Gordon, Marty Johnson, and Alexander Rowe. Marty Johnson in the All-Star Race from his win at Darlington last year as a part-time driver. Dale Salzman, he's in this race. So is Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater won last season. And Fitzwater also is the Season 1 winner of the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Number 4 of Trey Bartow has gone to the top of the board. And it's going to be beneficial to start up front because when we're in the race, at the end of the first 2 segments, there will be inversions, and for the first 3 segments, the average finishing position for those first 3 segments will determine the starting lineup for the final 10-lap shootout. So, you know, you start up front, you're going to probably have an advantage in the guys who start in the back because there are 2 inversions. They say you win the first segment, you're going to fall back in the second segment, but if you finish last in the second segment, you're going to, start first in the next segment. So those inversions will definitely make it interesting for the average finishing position, which will determine the starting lineup for the final 10-lap shootout to determine the winner in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Number 43 out front right now of these guys, out front of our leader in this session, Trey Bartow. This is not a race. This is just a qualifying session. Cameron Garlington is 3rd fastest. He's getting around the 2nd fastest guy. Elijah Gordon and Stuart Gratton round out the top 5. Eric Almenhart is 7th. There, Jalarvin Alonso is 6th. There's John R., who has just come off of that win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A very thrilling race there on Saturday morning, grabbing the victory away from the rest of the field. and locking himself into the chase as he was deep in the points. And the Hail Mary worked for the number 24. And it looks like a lap worked pretty well for Cameron Garlington, but Trey Bartow just went and beat him again. So Trey Bartow definitely looking very strong right now in the number 4. Alonso is third fastest right now in the number 10. He's coming down the pit lane. And Garlington is second with Cody Sill fourth and Elijah Gordon fifth. The number 83 of Isaac Nichols is sixth. Stuart Gratton is seventh in the number 37. Trying to locate him. There he is. Number 15 of Eric Almenhart is the 8th fastest guy. Matt Dalio, 9th fastest. And Zachary Fitzwater is 10th. And that just changed as the number 43 of Jesse Turner went the 7th fastest in that Richard Petty Motorsports machine. James Richardson, the owner of this team, they haven't really had the best of seasons. Of course, they missed out on the chase yet again. But Jesse Turner knows how to get it done in the All-Star race. He is the defending winner. Of course, last year the All-Star race was held at a super speedway. Now it's held at a dirt track. And you see all the dust flying here tonight. Going to be like that in the race later tonight on Napa Fan. Trey Bartow holds a 1/1000th of a second lead on Cameron Garlington right now in the qualifying. But the number 4 does appear to be very fast here tonight at the Eldora Speedway. Blaine Keys and Jesse Turner almost got spun around there as they exited turn 4. You see Al Agassi back in here. Dale Salzman has just improved his lap time significantly in the number 96. He is now up to the 5th position as Matt Tuck in the number 42 has just gone to 3rd. Matt Tuck hasn't had the best of seasons either. He missed out on the chase, but here he is running 3rd in this qualifying session, and if he finishes there, he'll start 3rd for the All-Star race later tonight. There's Caleb Hoffman. This is going to be his last ever All-Star race. And number 14 is currently one of the slower guys, 20th of 21 drivers in this session right now for Caleb Hoffman, but there are inversions, and as long as you get a good average starting or good average finishing position in the first 3 segments, then you should be good to go for that final segment. If you start up front for the final 10-lap segment, you're going to have a good chance at winning the race. Let me just tell you that. And, of course, the reward for the winner of this event is a reserve for season number 7. That's how we've done it every single year. The winner of the All-Star race gets a reserve for the next season. It's a completely non-points event. No points on the line. Does not have any effect on the championship. But it's going to be a fun one once we get to the race later tonight. We had a great open. Very good battle for the final transfer spot in the open. And I think we're going to have a good battle for the win in the All-Star race later tonight. Trey Bartow is still the fastest driver out there. He has not won a race yet this season, but he has been very consistent, and that is the key to getting into the chase. Or at least one of the keys of getting into the chase. Of course, winning is another one, but being very consistent also helps. And Trey Bartow got into the chase on points alone. I believe he was second of all the guys in the point standings coming into the chase. So Trey Bartow definitely a very consistent driver this season. He has not won since Boston in Season 5, but he's definitely had a very good season. So Trey Bartow definitely riding a lot of momentum. And looking to get a reserve for season number 7 with a possible victory in the All-Star race. He's going to be starting up front most likely. And Trey Bartow definitely one of the better drivers to see this series, I can tell you that much. The only driver that raced the same number in all 6 seasons. And Bartow definitely one of the legends of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Same with Jesse Turner, the defending All-Star race winner. He's 6th fastest right now in the number 43. Cody Sill is falling outside the top 10. He's 13th right now in the number 1 as he was faster earlier on. Blaine Keys in the 48. He seems to be struggling a little bit. 21st fastest for him. It's Bartow, Garlington, Elijah Gordon, Marty Johnson, Matt Tuck, Jesse Turner, Alexander Rowe in the number 27. The second Daytona winner from this season. He's going to be in the All-Star race because of that victory. Alonso, Salzman, and Isaac Nichols, the top 10 in this qualifying session. 20 seconds remaining. There probably is going to be a little bit more time added on, but probably not too much because this is a short racetrack. And they basically add more time. They get the guys who started laps to complete their laps before the session is officially over. Al Agassi in the 34, one of the few rookies in this event. Not many rookies in the All-Star race. You have Al Legacy, you have Cody Sill, Alexander Rowe, Ricky Stevenson, Isaac Nichols, and then the 2 rookies who advanced on from the Open in Daniel Bouchard and Adam Lewis. So I believe there are only 6 rookies in this race, maybe 7. I might not have counted correctly. I'm not good at counting, guys. Let me just tell you that. But 6 to 7 rookies in the All-Star race, with the rest of these drivers in this 24-car field being full-time veterans. Well, actually, they're not all full-time, but they are veterans, and Trey Bartow, a veteran, just grabbed the fastest time, and he's going to be starting on the pole position for the All-Star race in about an hour, so congratulations to Trey Bartow. Cameron Garlington will start alongside him, Elijah Gordon, Marty Johnson in row number 2. Matt Tuckdale Salzman, row number 3. Jesse Turner, Alexander Rowe, the highest rookie, row number 4. Eric Larvin Alonso, Isaac Nichols, row 5. Ricky Stevenson, Stuart Gratton, row 6. Cody Sill, Eric Almenhart, row 7. Hoffman and Fitzwater, row 8. Madden and Dalio, row 9. Legacy and Arndt, row 10. Blaine Keys, Daniel Bouchard, row number 11. Then it's Adam Lewis and Tristan Allen, row number 12. The 24-car field for the Chick-fil-A All-Star race at Eldora, coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here. Actually, not right here, but on my other channel, my main channel, Napa Fan, later tonight. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Trey Bartow, fastest in qualifying. And I'll see you guys for the All-Star race at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Napa Fan.